Okay, I'm live at Goodison Park. I'm here with Snods, obviously at the Goodison Park steep out. We literally just got in, just made our way up to our seats. Obviously it's massively important for everyone in the community coming out, raising funds, raising awareness as well. Great to see the turnout here of so many people, and really interesting to see how many people are coming in and doing it year in, year out. I just want to know how important it is to you that so many people come out, and obviously the awareness, and seeing obviously in the news Speedo Mick and how much awareness he's raising for charities and stuff like that. How important is it for you as an ex-player to be getting involved in things like this and passing the message on to current players now? Because I think it's one of the questions, one of the questions is that, will the current players be in sort of a situation like you come when they sort of retire and they'll be doing things like that?
Yeah. Well, I think the current players buy into it anyway. They're told about Everton in the community when they sign for the club. Yeah. And the likes, I've seen Yeremina, Richarlison, Moise Keane interact with the community, unbelievable. So they're all given a role to go out in the community, probably once a week, twice every couple of weeks, and they'll always do it. So it's a given thing when you sign for Everton Football Club. You get to know how important the community work is, and we only need to look round tonight. It's quite incredible what this football club does, what the charity does, and we get comments. I'm at schools, I'm at hospitals every other day, every other week, and the feedback I get being an ambassador for the club is phenomenal from people. What Everton Football Club do for the community, there's nobody better in football than our football club.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's like a family, isn't it? And I think with football, especially these days in the Premier League, and footballers now, obviously in your day was a little bit different. Now we're held on a sort of pedestal, and it's more like a celebrity status now. It's like, obviously it brings everybody back down to earth, and it's fantastic to see everybody taking part in things like this. Obviously being a former player of the football club, big change in the football club recently, Carlo Ancelotti coming in. How do you see the future? We've seen obviously in the last week Mason Holgate getting a new contract, 5 years. Dom's getting announced today. I think for me the overall sort of feeling seems to have changed around the football club, certainly in the dressing room. How do you feel, obviously, just from seeing that and being so close to the last regime and now being close to this one? Yeah,
there's no worse a feeling when we're struggling as a football club. When I arrived at the club was so successful. In the 80s, they had a fantastic team, and the atmosphere around Goodison Park for every game, every home game was incredible. I want to get that feeling back again at Goodison Park. I want to get that feeling back amongst the players, and we are a massive club. There's no question about it. Everton Football Club are a big club, and we want to get on that pedestal again. And it is great. We have now got, in my eyes, one of the best managers out there in Carlo Ancelotti. He's got a presence about him. Even the coat he wears looks good. Even he got sent off, which I'm sure he's not proud of, but walking off, the fans clapped him and he just raised his hand, and he's got an aura, a presence about him. And I've talked to the players about him, some other players, and they said his man management's great. He's great he's great as a coach. He's got time for every player. So things can only get better. And you've mentioned Mason Holgate, you've mentioned Dominic Calvert-Lewin. They've done fantastically well. They've earned them contracts, but now they can't rest on the laurels. They've signed 5-year deals. This is where it starts from. Prove, can Mason Holgate go on and be a future captain of this football club? Can Dominic Calvin be a Graham Sharp of this football club and score loads of goals and make that number 9 shirt is? So there's still a lot of questions, but they're only young boys. They can answer it. But more than so, I just want to see an Everton team. I want to see fans coming to the game, getting behind the team, us producing good football, entertaining football, and winning football games. That's what we want at Everton Football Club. We want a smile back on everybody's face, and let's hope that Ancelotti and the players can do that for us.
That's it. Just finally, obviously you mentioned Graham Sharp, you mentioned Graham Stewart. Obviously, how important as an ex-player to be coming and doing these things. Have either of them spoken to you? Have they passed any messages on for tonight? I know they'd be big advocates of Everton in the community and getting about. We see everybody getting about. I was in a ex-players night with Peter Reid, Neville Southall, and Peter Reid, Neville Southall and Joe Royle a couple of days ago, and some of the stories that they tell is just amazing. Obviously the fans have been, you know, even more engaged with Howard's Way coming out and seeing it behind the scenes, and it does bring everybody together. So have you spoken to either Graham and about tonight? And
well, they all know about it. Everybody knows about it, but Graham Stewart's at the Denby Supporters Club. Okay. They've got an evening there with Darren Griffiths has gone there with them, so I think Barry Owen's there as well. So Graham's working tonight, and then he's down at Chelsea for the game. But Sharpie's role's obviously extended now, and he's deserved that as well. He's been a fantastic player. He's been a fantastic ambassador, and he is Everton Sharpie through and through. There's no question about that. But you're right. Every ex-player that I talked to, your Andy Gray's, your Pete. I never played with Andy Gray, but I got to know him through Sharpie and Reedy and the passion he's got for Everton Football Club. And it's everybody who's played for Everton. And people always say, why have you got this affinity for Everton? And it's so strange to say why, but it just grabs you. It grabs you. Even tonight, the stadium's empty. There's 130 Evertonians in here doing a sleep out, but you feel good. The lights are on the pitch, and
feels full.
You feel here. You feel at home, and this is where the home is. Everton Football Club. This is Goodison Park, and it's brilliant to be here.
Just one last one, sorry, before we go. I just want to know your favourite moment in an Everton shirt, just for me, really satisfaction-wise.
Winning the league down in Norwich was a massive feeling. That's what I came for, to win medals. Unfortunately, it was the only medal I won, but it's a big one, the league championship. But for me, just putting the blue shirt on. I've been proud at every club I've played for. I was a youngster at Doncaster Rovers. I was proud to wear that shirt. I wore, signed for Leeds United. I captained Leeds United. I was proud. But this club, I spent 8 years here, and yeah, very, very proud moment. And I led the team out at Old Trafford once when Matt Busby had died, and I was the captain of Everton at that particular game, and there was a bagpipe led us out, and there was just one seat missing in the stadium at Old Trafford, and that was Matt Busby's. So to lead the Everton team in that was probably one of the best feelings I've ever had. But no, when you walk up these steps at Goodison and you hear Z cars and you come out to that roar, there's no better feeling in the world, believe me.
There you go, there you go. I wish I'd have experienced it, but I didn't have a good left foot, so there you go. Snods.
Neither have I got a good left foot. My right one weren't bad.
Thank you very much for your time. Yeah, I'll see you soon.
Cheers.